Yield 5 minutes to Mr. Smucker.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have trouble listening to some of what I've been hearing today, and I want to take my time to respond to some of the comments made by my colleagues across the aisle. Mr. Chairman, I'll start with yours. The idea that Democrats were looking to work with Republicans on this bill. Come on, you can't be serious. I just came through 4 days of Ways and Means markup on this bill. We submitted, I think it was 63 amendments that would have improved the bill. Many of them Democrats potentially would have agreed with, but there was no interest in working with Republicans on this bill or on any of this agenda. I will say I had 2 members, and I appreciate, they know who they are, but I appreciate their support for one of my bills, but that was it. This was not in any way a bipartisan process, and it wasn't Republicans who did not want to participate in making this a bipartisan process. I heard today that job creators are leading the country into the abyss. Have any of you on your side ever created jobs? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Job creators leading the country into the abyss. I'm actually insulted by that. I'm angry by that. And job creators all across my district will be angry when I play that clip for them. It's hard for me to believe that that was said here. I have 11 brothers and sisters. I was born into an Amish family, first in my family to graduate from high school. I earned my way through high school by hanging drywall at night. I bought a small business when I was 17 years old, operated that out of a spare bedroom in my parents' home, worked my tail off, and over 25 years, created hundreds of family-sustaining jobs. I risked everything I had, ups and downs of that business, but built a great team, created hundreds of family-sustaining jobs over 25 years, and through their effort, we became a leader in construction in our part of Pennsylvania. I don't know if you all know how this economy works. It was said earlier today, our duty starts with ensuring that the basic needs of every American family are met. Seriously? You think it's our job to make sure that the needs of every American family are met? I will agree with one of the first statements, Mr. Jeffries. We are the wealthiest country in the history of the world. That's true. This country has created more opportunity and lifted more people out of poverty than at any other time in human history. We've been the envy of the world for hundreds of years, not because of big government, because we believe in the American people. We believe in limited government and freedom for the American people to do what they choose, to provide for their families, to work hard. Big government isn't the answer. If you think it's our job to provide the needs for every American family, why don't you provide all their needs? Why don't you do it? And why don't you take everything that everyone owns, all the taxes, take all their incoming taxes and give it to other people who need it? Why aren't you doing that? Because it doesn't work. We know how that ends up. Never before in the history of the world has it worked when a country has overspent, over-delivered, and printed money. It doesn't work. I tell you what, I hope the American people are paying attention, because the ideas of the Democrat Party and the Republican Party that you're hearing today have never been more different. Democrats literally believe that big government is the answer. That's what they believe. We don't. We believe in the power of the American people. We believe the American people, not government, has made this the most prosperous country in the face of the earth and has provided more opportunity than ever before. Your program already isn't working. 7 months after Democrats are in power, you failed to get the pandemic under control despite being handed 3 vaccines. Inflation is rampant, and that's not just temporary either. That's what you claim, but it's not. Millions of Americans are still out of jobs. They're not working. You're disincentivizing work. And just last week, again, we saw jobless claims begin to go up. Anybody that's watching knows that your policies aren't working, and we have to get back to believing, renewing our belief in the American people. Thank you, Mr. Chair.